Good morning, my friends. Welcome back to Raleigh Art Studio and Art with Ms. Little. Today we are going to learn how to draw a sloth. Now, a sloth is a mammal that lives in South America, and they are the slowest animals on our entire planet. This morning I went for a walk and it was about 3 miles and it took me about 45 minutes. So that's less than an hour. That was 3 miles. You know, a sloth can travel 1 mile in 6 hours? It would have taken him how long to go 3 miles? Yeah, that's multiplication. 18 hours. That's a long time. So, one of the reasons that people think sloths are green, they're not really green, is because they are so slow that algae grows on them and turns their fur kind of a greenish tinge. So let's think, we're going to do a sloth. For slow, a slow sloth. Let's think of a letter that starts with, a word that starts with the letter S. I am spectacular. I am special. I am smart. I am going to choose, let me think. What do I want? I want to breathe in I am special. We are all so special. So I'm going to sit up nice and tall. Take it in. I am special. Hold it and release it. I am special. Take it in, hold it, and release it. And one last time, I want to take it in. I am special. Take it in, hold it, and release it. Sometimes I dedicate my videos to certain students. I'm going to dedicate this one to a friend of mine. Her name is Heather. So this one, Heather, is for you. Let's draw a sloth. Get your paper and your pencil ready. I'm going to use markers and crayons later, and if you want to, you can add some collage. I'm looking at this sloth that I drew. We're going to start with the shape of his head. And you don't want to do it right in the middle of the paper, because if you do that, you have no room for his body. So we're going to draw the shape of his head, which is an oval, right about here. I'm going to start with an oval. I'm going to sketch a little bit darker than you may want to because I want to make sure that you can see my pencil marks. So here we go. Let's draw an oval. I hope you can see it. Maybe my head's in the way. And then in order to make sure it's symmetrical and to put the eyes in the right place, we're going to do 2 more lines. I'm going to draw a line down the middle very softly. This is my line of symmetry. And then across the middle here, I'm going to draw a curved line. So now I have 4 quadrants all about the same. In this bottom half of the oval, I'm going to draw another oval. This is going to be for his nose and his mouth. You don't have to draw it very dark because we're going to erase that later. Now remember, in some of my videos I say that in order for me to feel like I can connect with my animal, I have to start with his eyes. So for this one, we're going to start with his eyes. Watch what I do. I'm going to draw some lines. I'm going to draw a curved line here. It's kind of going up at the same angle as that, see? And a curved line here. That's not his eye, but it's kind of the shape around his eye. And inside that, I'm going to draw his eye, which is an oval, right on that line. And another one here. They're kind of at an angle. Then I'm going to draw a circle inside that for his iris. And another one for his pupil. And I'm going to go ahead and color inside that pupil dark. But I always need a little white spot in there to make sure he looks alive. That's the wetness in his eye. I'm going to draw another line inside here. He's looking kind of cute already, I think. Now in this oval, remember I said that's the snout for the nose and the mouth? That's what we're going to do. The nose is an oval. It comes down to a little point though. I'm going to draw a short little line down. I'm going to pull his mouth around. They always look like they're smiling. They're probably pretty happy little animals. And there's his chin. Give him a little fuzzy hair. So now we have the face. The next thing we're going to do is the body. This body is almost like a long oval. It's connected into the head. So I'm going to draw a long oval. It would be connected up into the head. The next thing I'm going to do is give him these legs that are hanging onto the tree. So right here I'm going to pull a line up. I'll pull another line up. I'm going to pull this around. That's connected to the tree. So now I can put the tree in there. And pull his little fingers around. They have toes. It's called a three-toe sloth. I'm going to go over here, do the same thing. Pull a line up. You want to keep it about the same as this one. Pull another line up. It's going to go around the tree again. And back around. Here's his toes. He's hanging on tight. We'll finish that branch now. We'll give him a back leg hanging on. We'll straighten up this part so it doesn't go out so much. Give him a little neck. And this arm is coming down and he's going to hold a flower for us. He's pretty cute. I'm going to take an eraser. I'm going to erase this line and this line. I'm going to erase this line. I'm going to add a little bit of a line here because this is his forward arm and this arm's on the other side, so it's going to have a little bit of a line between it. Let's give him a flower in his hand. You can give the tree some leaves. With these, I actually added collage. That's a piece of colored paper in there. So if you have colored paper, or you can cut out things from magazines with color and add it. It gives it kind of a three-dimensional feel. So what I'm going to do next now is show you how we add a little bit of color to our sloth. I'm going to, I think you could probably see it well enough that I don't have to trace this with a marker. So I'm going to take a light brown and a dark brown. And if you don't have light brown and dark brown, you could use light brown and add a little blue to it. And that's going to make it a really pretty dark brown. So this part in here is going to be a darker brown. Darker brown. You could use colored pencils for this. You could use paint. I'm just using crayons. I'm going to make his eyes blue, even though his eyes are probably not blue, but it makes them stand out more. And I love it. Oh, that's too dark. I love an animal that looks like he has blue eyes. They're kind of special. You're going to fill in his nose. Now I always try to leave a little bit of a white spot in the nose too, because again that gives it a shiny look like it's alive. Let's do a little light brown down here. Do a little light brown here. I missed a line. I'm going to draw another line like this. That finishes them up there, doesn't it? And then I'm going to take my light brown and go here, and then watch what I do after that. I'm going to take some green. They're not really green, but remember when I said that algae and moss grows on them because they're so slow. Yeah. I'm going to give them some green because they really look green. I like him. I'm going to take my black and just go around here very softly. And the reason I do that is it makes the flat oval look round. Gives it the appearance that it's a form and not just a shape anymore. Let's color the whole body. They're kind of a grayish brown. I'm going to do mine brown. I know it sounds kind of funny when I do this because behind me is a canvas and so it's like rubbing. When you do it on the table you won't hear that noise. Color his body. I'm not really taking my time like I would like you to take your time. Here we go. Now again, I'm going to add a little bit of green. You could add it all over him if you want to, but I'm just going to add it to his back and his arms. And because it's a flat shape, we want to make it look like it has form. I'm going to add it with my black, not very dark. I'm just going to go around the edge really softly. And give him a little shadow around here so it looks like it's making a curve in. I'm going to darken that back leg a little bit so we know it's behind him. I don't think sloths have tails, so I'm not going to give them a tail. You can color your flower. You can add collage to it. And if I had more time, I would show you how to do that, but I don't right now. But if you have, like I said, if you have colored paper or if you have magazines that your parents will let you cut up some really cool shapes. And you could add these wonderful greens coming up. You could add some more flowers. You could give it a sunshine. Color the negative space behind him. Whatever color you like. Make sure you color your tree branch. And we have a nice little sloth right there for you. I hope you had fun learning how to draw a sloth just by lines and shapes and then making it look like it had a little bit of form. I miss you all very much. Hope you're doing well. And until we meet again next time, know that I love you.